I very much resonated with the story that he was telling about how his niceness, meaning the way he was brought up and the culture that he's coming from, is very similar to where I'm coming from. So the same way of upbringing and the same values that are very limiting and very suffocating, and causes a lot of development of insecurities as a kid, and as you grow up, it just gets bigger and bigger. So when I heard his story on my quest to better my relationships, to find out why people are treating me the way they are treating me, I'm like, and being angry all the time, and knowing that, I'm like, there's something that I'm doing wrong, that no matter what I do, I feel like people walk all over me, or people take me for granted, or people are not taking me seriously, and what is it? Like, I'm so nice to everybody, I do what I'm supposed to do. What is it? What is it? What is it? It started from a long time ago, from like different aspects, but to that point, I was already questioning that, oh, I'm just too nice. But I didn't know what that nice really meant. I wasn't translating it correctly. And on my quest, when I heard, I listened to audiobooks, so when I heard the sample of his audiobook of Not Nice, first of all, I saw the title, I'm like, oh, perfect, Not Nice. Okay, what else? And then when I listened to audiobook and I heard his intro to his story, and I heard his voice, the way he was saying it, and I felt mutual pain and mutual suffering that was there. And then he had a solution, and I could tell that, it's the same thing we're dealing with. And he has been on the quest longer to find what it is, and now he's sharing. When I heard that, I'm like, that's it. So I jumped into the book, I listened to it non-stop, and I'm like, oh my God. Every question he was asking in the beginning of the book, I'm like, he's like, are you like this? I'm like, yes, tell me more. So yeah, and from there on, it's just history, and it gave me a lot of the way the wording it, to describe what exactly I was feeling, and then he introduced a solution to how to recognize them and let go of them. And when I became aware more of that and wanted to practice more, not to be nice and stand up for myself, just by starting very, simply by rejecting, saying no more often, for example. I didn't know what to expect coming to the event, but ahead of time, I knew that it's going to give me that platform to kind of like put all the theory that I've been learning and practicing in my own head, or little here and there, then kind of like gives me that platform of other people who are on the same path to get together and interact with each other and hear from each other, So that was a great platform. That's how I saw it coming in. And I was also curious to see how these events work and how it's going to go. So it was a complete open adventure for me coming in. But I had great expectation for it. I knew it's going to be awesome. I didn't know how it's going to be awesome. How it surprised me is that I didn't understand, or I didn't realize the value of being that close to other people on a physical premises, like being that close face to face with another person, another stranger. I didn't realize the impact of that, and how that could like really bring out a lot of things that you think you have worked through and you're fine with, but when you get to that proximity of another person and you want to create that contact with them, it brings out a lot of, in me, it brought out a lot of insecurities. I'm like, whoa, what is happening? You know what I mean? But that only gave me exposure when I was in that environment. Otherwise, I probably would have never come across it, because I don't usually go to people and be that close to complete strangers, It's like the extremist point of pushing yourself. Hit the jackpot. You hit the jackpot. His book changed my life direction, seriously. It did. It did. And from that point, I took like a drastic 360 turn, and I started doing everything differently from the angle of not being nice. And because I now had a clear definition of how to frame the problem that I had, thanks to Dr. Aziz and the way he worded it and the way he described it, now I had a clear definition of it, right? And then I had a clear understanding of it, that why it is what it is, and then learn more and more about it. So to me, and then start integrating all the instruction, all the teaching, and all the guide, and turn my ship back around, and I'm in a much better place right now. It's a much better place. Never thought I'd be here at this time in my life. So amazing.